Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. The entire month of July, I'm going to be coming out with videos called Alida and the Goals. You know, because it's Alida and the books. I'm creative, I know. It's okay. So... I have a bunch of bookish goals that I would love to go over with you guys. Get your input, talk to me in the comments below. So, this year, at the beginning of 2020, I made a video called 20 Books I Want to Read in 2020. Do you know how many of those books I read? 3. I read 3 of the 20. And then I unhauled most of the other ones, or DNF'd a good chunk of them. And I realized that when I made that video, I did not know my reading tastes. I was just getting back into my love for books. So we're going to forgive past Alida. And we're going to start with a clean slate for everything in 2021. So I'm going to do a new 5-star prediction. We're going to go over this poster later. And I just have a ton of fun videos. The first one is kind of like the 20 books to read in 2020. Only it's 2021, and it's not 21 books because I'm not doing that to myself again. So I have picked 12 books, and I don't know why I held up 6 fingers. So 12 books that I want to read in 2021. In 2021, I'm going to pick my TBR differently. I'm not going to play that game as much as I love playing games. We'll talk about it in a different video on what's to come in on this channel. But I have picked 12 must-read books and 10 must-read authors, and they do not intersect at all. So if I picked an author, then I'm not going to pick one of their books. But if I picked a book that I'm specifically excited for, then I'm not going to pick that author. So it has to be different. I hope that makes sense. It should. So we're going to go through the 12 must-read books. I have all but 2 of them physically. The first one is Bunny by Mona Awad. I believe that's her name. I have been seeing this book everywhere. So what I'm told is that it's like a horror version of Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls. That is one of my guilty pleasure watches. I just usually, I don't know, I haven't watched it in a long time, but it used to be on Netflix, so I just turn it on Netflix and be like, yes, I know every single word to this movie, but yes. Plus, I guess it's about this group of girls who refer to each other as bunnies. Like, hey bunny, hey bunny. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the only 2 things about this book that I know. But Kayla from Books and Lala loves this book. Riley Marie loves this book. And I've just been seeing it everywhere. So I want to know if the hype is worth it. Plus, anything scare me. Then, the other one that I want to read is by an author I'm currently reading. So it's kind of more of like a thriller, so it's not scary per se, but the second book that I don't own that I want to read in 2021 is called Five Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards. And this is about a group of people who get snowed in at an airport, and the only way they can leave is by renting a car. So they rent a car, and the one girl that you're following, she thinks that everyone knows each other except for her. So she thinks it's perfectly safe, but she finds out that in reality, all 5 of the people in the car are total strangers. So then, the rest I do own, so we're just going to talk about them. So earlier this year, I read a different book by Amber Smith that totally broke my heart and wrecked my soul. So of course, I want my soul wrecked again by Amber Smith. So The Last to Let Go is a book about Brooke, who is in her junior year of high school. She's supposed to be getting ready for college and, moving on in her life. But when she comes home one day, she finds that her mom has been arrested for killing her abusive stepfather. Is this going to be soul-wrenching? Yes. Am I ready for it?
Nope.
Not at all. But I read The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, which was about this girl in high school who gets raped by someone that she was very close to, that she trusted, and it made my skin crawl, and I hated everything in that book. But it made me feel something, and that's what I like to read about. I like to read about things that make me feel, feel in the heartsies. So it's my first one that I own that I really want to read in 2021. I mean, the goal is to read every single book, but come on, guys. Really? So, in 2021, these are my books. These are my top priorities. I just know that my teacher, 100 years ago, 10 years ago, was obsessed with this movie and this book. He always referenced it, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I still don't know what this book is about. Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. Yeah. I thought it was about boxing, but I could be completely wrong. Then I picked up The Raft by S.A. Bowden. This is just a nice survival story. I say nice. So it's about this plane that crashes, and this is the only survivor, Robbie. Yes, Robbie is the only survivor, and then somehow she finds this raft in the middle of the ocean, and does she get rescued? How does she survive? What is going on in this book? I cannot wait to figure it out. Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I don't remember. I know that I have 2 Sarah Pinbergs on my TBR physically. and that I read one by her and really loved it. That's why I wanted more. But it's Lois, the single mom and secretary, is deeply... Oh, yeah. Okay, so Lois gets a job, a new job, and the night before she starts, she kisses her boss at a bar, but she doesn't know that it's her boss until the next day when she goes into work and finds out that she kissed her boss. And then there's something about... There's something about her, Lois, trying to make friends with, what's his name? David, her boss's wife, Adele. And so I think it's going to be like a psychological thriller that, yes, please. You know those are my favorite. So I picked these different books for a variety of different reasons. Either because I've heard someone talk about it and it makes me just like really excited to read that specific book, or that book has been on my TBR for far too long, or I'm just really interested in reading it. This one is Anything But Okay by Sarah Dyer Littleman. This one I've had for over a year now, which is a long time for me to keep books without reading them. So this one needs to get read in 2021, or it is going. It is unhauled. But you follow Stella and Farda, who are best friends, and then Stella's brother, I think it's, yeah, Stella's brother comes back from Afghanistan, and Stella thinks that her brother is just a little sad since he came back. My prediction is that he has PTSD, and I don't know what happens after that, so. Then, the only nonfiction on this must-read list for 2021. Is anyone surprised at all? So, the only nonfiction book that I must read next year is Portrait of a Killer, Jack the Ripper, Case Closed, by Patricia Cornwell. So, I'm very much obsessed with true crime. I'm going to say it proud. I love anything to do with true crime. And I don't know a lot about Jack the Ripper. So, I'm going to learn. Then, 2021 must-read is Married with Zombies. The Couple Who Stays Together by Jesse Peterson. So this is about a couple, David and Sarah, who are kind of on the rocks in their marriage. They are starting to go see a therapist and trying to work on their marriage. So one day when they go to see their therapist has turned into a zombie, and they have to work together to stay alive. And it's supposed to be hilarious, and I cannot wait. Then another one that's been getting so much hype this year. Is it because it came out this year, or did it come out last year? I don't know. I don't keep up. Oh, I'm just kidding. This has been out since 2014. But it's been getting so much hype on BookTube, and that is The Troop by Nick Cutter. I am told that there is a lot of body horror in here, so that kind of like, I'm not 100% sure on. But it's about this Boy Scouts group who goes camping on this island, and then something shows up that's that's not supposed to be there, and it's a survival story, and I've seen this around YouTube. Not recently, but I have. This is We Set the Dark on Fire by this author. So this is about this school for girls where girls go to the school and they earn a degree, kind of. They get put into two separate sections. One is to be a mother, and they take care of all of their husband's children. Or you get put into the second category, which is basically being a house mother, or a housewife, where you clean and keep everything good for your husband. I'm very intrigued to see this because I don't know what kind of a plot is to come. Maybe it takes place at the school and like there's a rebellion. Oh, let rebellion burn. Oh, wow. So I don't know what to expect. But I'm excited. And the last one is going to be the most surprising. So I'm going to let you guys like simmer on it for a minute. Think about what you think it is while I take a drink. Do you know what it is? It's a surprise. It's gonna be kind of shocking in the genre that we're going with here. 'Cause I don't read this genre. But there is something about this book that just, I want to read it so bad. If I was not doing a challenge right now, where I have to read the 8 books that I picked this month, then this would be the first book I would read in December. But this is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I don't know a lot about this one, you know. Surprise, surprise. I know that it's a found family of 6 misfits who are trying to pull off a big heist of sorts, and that it takes place in a fantasy world. I'm a little intimidated by it because of the fantasy aspect, but if a fantasy book is gonna get me hooked, it's gonna be one about misfits working together to pull off a heist. How good does that sound? So these are my 10 plus 2, my 12 must-read books of 2021. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.